Saw them lift something.
No, he didn't touch anything. My intervention is this. You're out of a...
40 million cop.
What if you could
Oh, I didn't even... We got about an hour until sun.
Where are you from? Just put it a little more. Okay, whatever.
Expiration date. We're gonna work. You really need one of those.
Of course we do.
Cold feet already, Jen?
It wasn't a name. It was a heart.
Oh!
Well, you look fabulous, Aaron. I know you get confused sometimes. It's just me and my green thumb. Mr. Davis passed away.
Are you in or you out?
You don't drive.
Drafty.
Okay, but you'll let me know.
Sing the ballad.
Her life is not going anywhere right now. She offers, join me and reclaim your former glory as a clairvoyant. As Lelia pushes them away, her abilities come into play and she creates a list of the 4 names that will eventually form the coven. She calls upon the tarot card, 3 of Pentacles, which perfectly symbolizes cooperation and teamwork after the spellbinding enchantment. She suggests that Agatha go immediately and leaves her alone while she gives her the list. There is a small issue, though. Lelia's name is already there. Team gives Lelia Agatha's address and instructs her to arrive by 5 p.m. Agatha notices a crow in the parking lot on her way out, and she becomes upset over it for an unexplained reason. The next sorcerer on the list is Jennifer Kale, Sashir's Amata, with whom Agatha has a falling out. It appears that she feels the same way when she walks inside Jen's Goop-style health boutique. Agatha gets right to the point. I'm gathering a coven. I require a potions man. We will stroll down the road. Like Lelia, she isn't persuaded. Similar to Lelia, Agatha too has a plan in place to persuade her to join the coven. It seems that Jen has been without magic for the last 100 years due to a binding spell that has imprisoned her. Jen admits, after some pushing, that she is yearning to regain her powers. Despite the road's reputation for being lethal, she remains somewhat skeptical. Teens are available to remind Jen, meanwhile, that she's drowning in class action lawsuits at the moment because one of her products caused hundreds of customers to suffer minor burns. All they need to give them the last push is a small reminder that her alternatives are jail or joining them. After giving Jen the time, address, and much to ponder, they move on to their last witch. In reality, the third person they see is a blood witch, also known as a witch's kid. In this instance, it's Alice Wu Gulliver, Aliarn, a different Marvel Comics sorceress and the daughter of rock star Lorna Wu. As they search for her in the mall, Agatha becomes agitated at yet another animal, a rat, this time. They enter a store that looks like Hot Topic, and Agatha informs Team that there is a story that Alice's mother vanished on the Witch's Road. Once more, the two cooperate to thwart their objective, putting on a fictitious heist that results in Alice's termination. Alice claims she doesn't even think the road is real and was only made up by her mom for a song called The Ballad, while they try to persuade her to join them as their protector. Agatha promises that if she follows them, she would at last be able to learn the truth about her mother's fate, but she appears uninterested as she leaves before Team can give her the address. After Agatha determines they don't need Alice, they take a car home. She asks Teen along the way where he's from, but as soon as he answers in detail, his voice is suppressed once more. When Agatha returns home in all her witchy splendor, she boldly walks outside only to run into a wolf. After she leaves, the coven members show there, including Alice, who was able to locate the home with ease because of her previous experience as a police officer. Agatha attempts to start moving right away, but they are certain that they require a green witch. Agatha asks, says who? To which Jen responds, the ballad. Awaken thy heavenly and worldly strength. Arguably, the most crucial skill set for attempting the road is earth magic. There was a 4th entry on the list, Lelia reveals, but it had a black heart, or allusion to Rio Vidal, instead of a name. She's not taking any chances after how things ended with Rio, so she invites poor old Sharon Davis, Deborah Jo Rupp instead. They are taken to the basement by Agatha, where they will invoke the road. But while they're belting out songs, Teen spots something unsettling. 7 cloaked people are making their way toward the home. Agatha had been plagued by animals all day, which would make sense if the Salem 7 had indeed come. The 7 can transform into animals in Agatha all along, and it appears that she may have recognized this as a hint that they were about to arrive. The witches in the basement argue while Team fortifies himself against the Salem 7 as they get closer to the home. They seem to be blaming their lack of success with their song on each other's vocal abilities. Team becomes alarmed as the eerie figures ultimately enter the house. It's easy to understand why, as they are surprisingly frightening for an MCU series and would not seem out of place in a horror film. The witches are fighting until they hear upstairs being hit, and that's when they see a bright door under them that wasn't there before. When they unlock it, a mysterious stairway is seen. Teen, with the Salem 7 after him closely, dashes downstairs before they can muster the bravery to enter. With no time to spare, he dashes through the portal, and Sharon and the others join him. After the door closes, the portal shuts and they all hesitantly make their way toward what seems to be the Witch's Road. They are getting ready to begin their trek along this lovely, moonlit route, and they are all taking off their shoes.